Gonna do a much quicker video today. Time got away from me. Still got hostas we want to get in the ground before the end of the day, but it's been about a month now, so the lily bed, for the most part, they look okay. The cold on Friday definitely did a number to them. These are the daylilies. Behind us are the leftover hostas that we are not quite sure where we're going to put them yet. We have an idea, but not 100% sure. Some of our stilby, we do know where they're going. That bed is in process. One of our favorite stilbies is this guy here, Mighty Red Quinn. Very excited for my lupine. Again, these are from seed that I started last year. And we do have a flower spike. One of many, actually. So we know this one's going to be purple. What color this one's going to be, we're not quite sure yet. We will find out. Lilies, that's our pulsatilla. This is what the flowers look like after they're done. Little poofy puffs. And I couldn't remember the name last time, but this is Stachys. Hell of a plant. Could not have cared less about the cold. Couple hostas that can actually take a lot of sun. More lilies. That's the sweet sugar. And there's our sweet babies up there, getting big. This is eyeliner. No, not eyeliner. Hearts on a string, I think. They're not doing too good. We're going to move them. I do not have the hubby again today for names. Percy, thankfully, doesn't look too bad from the cold. These guys got hit really bad, though. They should actually have a real nice yellow variegation along the edges. It's just, they did not do well. Here are the Pinelia. They're coming up and their flowers are starting. This is the first growth. We'll get at least 2 more batches of them come out throughout the year. But these guys are great because of the variegation on them. And I do have my split leaf again, which I absolutely love, the half and half. The begonias, they're getting bigger. They were just the little babies last time. Here is my experimental woodland dish garden. Things still small, but hasn't even been a year that this stuff has been planted, so to be expected. Oh, here is our true 100% shade bed. Blatillas coming up, lots of flowers. Eventually it'll end up being mostly a fern bed. We'll probably move the blatillas eventually. This is the double bloodroot after it's flowered, with a lovely little patch of golden seal on the back. That'll get moved into the woodlandish bed, and then the hosta bed. And all the hostas are awake. The husband has decided on placements of some other hostas, which he is in the process of putting into the ground. He is hiding right now because he does not want to be on video. So you will not see Mr. Patrick in this. And the queen, Miss Spotty Dotty, absolutely beautiful. Completely amazing this year, as always. She's got her flowers, little dingle dangles. The ferns are coming up in the rock wall. Got a painted fern. What else? There's a tassel fern here, just coming up. That's a mini Solomon seal. A ebony spleenwort. Nope, that's not the ebony spleenwort. It's a spleenwort, but it's not an ebony spleenwort. The ebonies haven't started coming up yet. This is a alpine water fern. As the name suggests, it wants to be moist pretty much all the time. It did end up dying back in the dead of summer a bit last year, but it's coming back again. It's a tester. Hopefully it'll get established. We use grass for mulch. It's free. Where we go? Yep. This is our Porteranthus. That was just teeny tiny little red things coming out of the ground when I last took the video. It'll start flowering probably within a couple of weeks. Milkweed. When I was clearing out the area originally back here, I found the milkweed and then made sure to keep it. Been collecting seeds, throwing seeds around in different places. A, they smell delicious. B, I want the caterpillars so I can get the lovely little butterflies. And apparently the spotted lanternflies do eat them, not knowing that it kills them. So hopefully that will help with the little buggers. Here is one of the hibiscus starting to emerge. This is his second year. He got planted last year. This will be this year's project. Once we get done with more of the cleanup and planting, we're going to clear all this out. I'll end up digging out a lot of these ostrich ferns and transplanting them before they get trampled. They do pretty good, amazingly enough. I mean, it's a lot of sun that these guys get, and they hang in there until probably about mid-July. At that point, they'll start frying a bit, but they come back strong every year. Here is my patch of native May apples. I love these. My neighbor knows I love them, and he doesn't really hit them with anything. Weed whacker or mower. He keeps the rest of it nice and clear, but he leaves the May apples for me. Should have flowers on them by now. Yep, I see one down here. Little May apple flower. Hello. As I clear out the back area more, I'll probably start transplanting them. And over here we got another stachys. Our sedums. That's the blackberry lily. Again, trying to remember the name of it. Some bee balm. More lilies. Lots of lilies. We like our lilies. These guys didn't do too bad with the cold because they get the most sun, so they were able to warm up a little bit quicker than other stuff. Walk down to the telephone bed. We had sunflowers in here. You can see the old stalks from last year. And since the birds, don't eat everything, I got sunflowers coming up everywhere. Hundreds of little seedlings. But what we learned last year is you do not put a, 8-foot sunflower at the corner of your driveway so that when you're pulling out, you can't see anything. So I started last weekend pulling them out, transplanting them to the back. I'll end up doing some more next weekend. This is our ground clematis. This is one of the very few species that is not climbing. He'll end up flopping down on the ground and he just kind of trails. We tried to see if it would climb. He does not want to do it. And some of the plants get named. The clematis got named Clarence. The agapanthus got named Adeline. There's another one of the hibiscus back there. That's been here 3 years now. That's vintage wine. But you can see the difference in size between, you know, being planted 3 years ago versus being planted only a year ago. We were thinking of hitting this bed this year, but I'm not sure if we're actually going to. We're probably going to just do annuals in it. Here's our little chicks and hens. This is going to be an annual bed this year. And we'll do a quick walk in the back. And that'll be all for today. I got the sunflower seedlings back here as well. I threw the, after I cut them last year, I threw the stalks back here. And they're doing exactly what I hoped they would do. And they reseeded. We'll see if they actually make it or not. And here's what the ginger bermioga is looking like now. Eventually this stuff will be taller than me. We moved our coreopsis up here. Loving in the mist. Looking good. Some ditch lilies. Basic everyday daylilies, the orange ones. We don't get many flowers on these that we get to see. They flower plenty. It's just the deer eat them normally, but it is what it is. And then here is some of the miscellaneous stuff in my shade bed. Some barrenwort, epimedium. This is my shooting star. A small seedling Jacob's ladder. I took that from my old garden at my mom's. Got I think it's pronounced Chelone. Colone maybe? I'm not sure. Turtle head is the common name. Not real great with my Latin. Little by little. That is a Japanese wood fern. Who's doing lovely. And of course we've got the little Iris cristata. Some more blooms back there. He got planted last year. Some painted ferns. Grabbed them from the old garden. The arum. Thankfully I have 2 more flowers on them that have not opened, so hopefully the cold hasn't destroyed them. This is the Arisimum. I don't know. There were some flowers. I don't know if I have any left, if they made it through the cold. Do not see any. There could be more though. And that's it for today. Well, here's Adeline the agapanthus. I actually collected some seeds last year from her, and got some success on it. I have at least 2 viable seedlings, maybe some more, but time will tell. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll have another one within 2 to 4 weeks. Hope you enjoyed.